Oh, look who decided to come back. Curious about shedding those pesky little masks you've been hiding behind, are you? Well, you've come to the right place, my sweet, because today we're going to get naked. Emotionally, that is. And don't worry, I'll be gentle. Mostly. Now let's be real for a second. We all wear masks. That tough as nails mask when you need to look unshakable. That sweet, agreeable mask when you want to be liked. Or even the I'm fine, everything's fine mask when you are anything but. And sure, they serve their purpose, don't they? But here's the thing, my sweet. The longer you wear them, the harder it is to remember who you really are. Masks are comfy little cages that protect us from the big, scary world, but they also keep us from connecting. And you, my darling, are far too magnificent to be locked up like that. So how do we strip these masks away? It starts with a little thing called awareness. That means taking a good, hard look at yourself in the mirror. No, not the I just woke up and my hair's a mess kind of look. I mean really, really seeing yourself. When you put on the mask, who are you hiding from? What part of you are you covering up, and why? Yes, dig into those juicy questions. That's the first step, darling. Knowing when the mask slips on and when it feels just a little too comfy. But here's where things get interesting. Removing a mask isn't just about yanking it off and throwing it aside. No. You've got to face the reason why you put it on in the first place. And, spoiler alert, it's usually fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. It's all so very, very human. But listen, darling, fear only has power if you feed it. If you start showing yourself who you really are. Yes, you might scare off some people. You might even disappoint them. But let me tell you a secret. The people who run away when you drop the mask, they never really liked you anyways. I mean the real you. So how do you start peeling back those layers? One small step at a time. First, you pick a moment when you're safe, maybe with someone you trust, or even alone in the mirror, and you take off just one mask. Start small. Maybe it's admitting how you really feel about something. Maybe it's showing that quirky side of yourself you've been hiding. Don't be afraid of your flaws. Oh, I know, you've spent so much time covering them up, haven't you? But the thing about flaws is they're one of the things that make you irresistible. That messy, unfiltered, beautifully imperfect version of you. That is where the magic lies, my darling. Oh, and I think we should address that having ups and downs is all part of life. But when I talk about being fully yourself, this does not mean putting all of your baggage and depression onto other people 24/7. That is not the real you. That's just an emotion you're having, or a rough time in life you're working through. Yes, we want to feel those and even have people we trust to talk to. But being ourselves does not mean we get to dump all our baggage on other people all the time. That's not respectful of others. I just want you to know the difference. I would hate for you to embrace yourself and then find it backfiring because you're using everyone else as a dumping ground. Be yourself, but be respectful too. So what happens when you finally live unmasked? You stop pretending. You stop shrinking. You start living with boldness, owning your truth, and becoming unstoppable. Here's the kicker, my sweets. The world will adjust. they'll learn to deal with the real you. And if they can't, well, that's their problem, isn't it? You don't need their approval. You need your own approval. And trust me, once you start owning who you are, people will feel that power. It is intoxicating. So, my darling, are you ready to shed those masks? Are you ready to stop playing small and start owning all the parts of yourself? Yes, even the messy ones. Don't be afraid to be seen, my sweets, because the real you, it's delicious. The world is just waiting to taste it.